Hey guys, so this video is long overdue. I did a typical, like, what do you call that? A vlogging fail where you like format your card and forget that you had footage on it and completely deleted it. So I know that I told you I'd be vlogging the Burberry trip that I attended, and what I'm gonna do is I'm sitting down in my sweatshirt and I figured I'd just let you guys know what took place and what happened. And I do have some video clips on my phone, so I'll pop those in here along the way. And I also thought I'd share with you what I was gifted, because a lot of you were asking what was in the giant Burberry bag. And I didn't want to talk about all that stuff, I guess. I mean, you guys followed me on Insta stories, so I posted a lot to that because I knew that most of the footage was gone, and I also forgot my vlogging lens. I had a 50mm 1.4 and then a 40mm 2.8, and those aren't good for vlogging. And it was just way too close up, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna scratch it. I'm not feeling it. And I figured I'd just talk with you guys and let you guys know everything that went on and what we were there for and how freaking awesome it was. So I'm sorry that this video is going up so late. I haven't even filmed a video in I don't even know how long. I was in New York filming some stuff for a really cool collaboration that's coming up. So, and then my magazine launched, which is pretty cool. We went from 4 pages to 20, which is pretty cool. And I say we because I have a designer on board now who did the entire spread. I will put her link down below so you guys can go check her out and follow her. But it's great to have people on board. Things are slightly getting overwhelming, so to have people to help out is really, really nice. So anyway, Burberry trip, let's start out. Burberry contacted me to preview their September collection, the show space, and the beauty collection, and also to meet Wendy Rowe, which was, it was fantastic. And all of the girls were so nice, and it's just great to be around people who do the same thing as you, and there's no hate, there's no like judgment or anything. It's just we're enjoying each other's company and having a really good time. So I had a car service come pick me up here, and I flew out of JFK, and it was an overnight flight. So I flew out Sunday night to be there Monday morning. Now the overnight flight, I've never flown business class or first class or anything like that. So it was freaking like, I was joking around before with my girls at work, and I'm like, I wonder if the utensils will be made out of metal instead of plastic, and you know, like a baggie. Will I get like a proper napkin? Will what's the thread count for the bed sheets or the comforter? Not the, yeah, the little blanket that they give you. Stupid shit like that, because I'm an idiot. But it was this little bed thing, and you can like sleep in it properly. Like, I think the flight was so much more pleasant. It's a 7-hour flight to London. So, and I had just flown to London a few months ago in June, but tremendous difference. I mean, and the food was amazing. They gave me this like ice cream with these cookie crumble things in it. It was a vanilla scoop of ice cream, but it was delicious. So I went to bed content. Here I am in my sweatpants and my wool coat, socks with loafers, and then you have these men who are like in the medical field, because I can see them with like presentations, and they're all working, but they're like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? And here I am, face masking, sheet masking, not giving a crap. And I think they thought something was wrong with me, but I was like, I don't care, I'm doing my thing. Enjoyed the business class flight. Got to London, didn't really, I got there, but it wasn't time to check in, and I stayed at the Ned hotel in London, which that in itself was an experience. I swear to God, this place was so huge. It was like a Harry Potter resort. It gave me such Harry Potter vibes. It used to be a bank because we got a tour of the whole thing, but it used to be a bank, and they turned it into a hotel, obviously. But downstairs, they still had like the original vaults with like that big round door, proper Gringotts. And you go in and the original safety deposit boxes were there, but it was this like really swanky lounge area, which is pretty cool. And then they had a rooftop pool and like somewhere to hang out. Like it was just like a lounge area. We weren't allowed to film, but I got some footage, so I'll put that somewhere here before we got told off for filming. But I guess really like celebrities go up there sometimes and they don't want their pictures taken or video or anything like that, so it's not allowed. I think there was a total of 8 restaurants. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll also put that right here, but enough food to last you for days. I walked around London for a little bit, and there were these sunglasses that I had been dying to get, and they were sold out in the States. So I went to the Gucci store. Oh, I don't know if it was Sloane Street, maybe? I think it was. But they had them, but they didn't have the ones with like the clear lens. I'm sorry, I'm making noise right now. They had them with this mirrored lens, and I'm sure you guys saw them because I have them posted. I haven't taken them off since I purchased them. But they're from Gucci, and they're cat eye sunglasses with this mother of pearl design here. But they have these mirrored, silver mirrored reflective lenses. So as soon as I saw them, I was like, do you have them? They're like, yes. Because of the exchange rate, they ended up being a lot cheaper than they would have cost me here home. So I purchased them. That was what was in those Gucci bags that you guys were asking. And I also picked up this Gucci Bloom scent, which is their new scent. You know how they try to sell you at the end of it. And it's just like, no, I'm good. But she sprayed it. I walked around the store for a little bit longer just to have it, I don't know, I guess, mesh with the chemistry of my skin. And it smells so freaking good. I had to like bring it home. Had to bring it home. So those were the 2 things that I picked up. Then I walked around a little bit more. Went to Shake Shack, got some fries and some lemonade because I just wasn't feeling 100% right. I don't know if it was just the altitude and the flying or whatever, but it had been a really, really long day. By that time, I got back to the hotel, was finally able to check in, and when I got to this room, I mean, you guys saw my reaction on the stories. It was freaking insane. A lot of the other girls had their bathroom or their bathtubs inside the room with them. Mine was actually in the bathroom, and you guys would have seen it had that like minty green tile with marble and that brass and wooden brass handles. It was just, there was plants in there, and they were real, they weren't fake. I had flowers in my room. We had a tour of the hotel. That was it. We had the tour. And then we had dinner at Millie's Lounge, which is downstairs. So here's this round pink comfy couch. It was very plush and just very an intimate setting. They had like live music playing up on this like, I don't know, this little stage that they have in the middle of the hotel. So really jazzy, bluey, like just super intimate. The lights were dim. So we're all talking to each other and we're eating our food. I think I had like steak or something like that, of course. I would have steak. Woke up that next morning and had breakfast downstairs in the Malibu kitchen. I had avocado toast and some egg whites and this really weird smoothie, but it was good. It was tasty. And I can't remember what flavor or what it was. It was some type of berry smoothie. It was really thick, which normally I'm just like, I'm not too crazy about, but I ordered a Coke because they don't do Pepsi in London like that. Everything is like Coke bottles, or at least this hotel did Coke bottles. So I was like, let me get a Coke, please. Can't take the freaking American out of me. We went to go tour the show space, which was the old Sessions Courthouse in London, which old courthouse turned into, that's where they had the Burberry venue. When we got there, we had our tour guide. His name was Demetrio, I think it was, or Dimitri, one of them. Don't quote me. Wow, how can I forget his name? I think it was Demetrio. Sweetest guy ever, worked for Burberry. Loved him. And then there was a photographer there that was taking pictures of us, and he was really, really nice. His name was Dan. And we just walked around with the Burberry team, and we went, there were 13 rooms, so we got a tour of each room, but there were pictures on the wall of what inspired them. All of the September, there were like mannequins with the wearing the collection and stuff like that, and I instantly fell in love with their freaking socks and sandals. Like, I'm really into the whole sock with like sneakers, like woolly thick socks with heels, mules. Like, I like that look. So everything I saw, I'm like, this is so me. I love this stuff. They had these gorgeous, very ornate brooches on just like really simple outfits. There was this one black jacket that it was like a long coat, but it was so structured and it was gorgeous, and it had a white blouse underneath. Fell in love with it. But all of it was gorgeous. The bags, and speaking of bags, when we got back from dinner the night before, we had that huge Burberry bag in our room waiting for us. So I was like freaking shocked, and they had left us a little letter, you know, saying that they were excited that we were there. Like, it was just all so well thought out. So now we're backtracking. But in that bag, we got one of their new bags, tote bags from their September collection. And what we were told was not a lot of them were made. So it was really, really nice to get one of these. And then inside, it's reversible. So it has this like blue plaid check print, you know, the print that they're known for this type of style print. But I am in love. It's such a gorgeous bag. I was shocked when I saw it. They had more things in the bag. They had the entire September beauty collection in the bag as well. They had a candle inside of there for us. Look at how gorgeous this is. And it's in black amber. And oh, it smells lovely. I don't want to light it because I'm just saving it for a special occasion. I actually want to put it in my living room once my living room is all set and done and painted and finished. Then we got, what else? This Burberry, their new blush scent, and then they were super cute and engraved our initials on the bottom of the bottle. I don't know if you can see it. But this smells amazing. Very soft, floral, and a few nail polishes that are also from the collection. The packaging is just to die for. But there's a navy, a nude, and then a dark, deep red. After Old Sessions House, we went to the flagship store on Regent Street. Got a tour of the store, and then we had lunch at Thomas's, where we met the rest of the Burberry team, who I'm telling you were all just so kind and nice. After we were done with lunch, we were allowed to have some free time from 3:30 to 7, I believe. I was so freaking tired from not sleeping the night before that I was like, you know what, I'll just go back to the hotel room with you guys. So we all went back to our rooms. I sat for a little bit, called home, and went to this private dinner at the Anglo, or Anglo, I think it's called. And it was really crazy because it was about 9 different things that we had, and they were tiny, and it wasn't like a tapas thing, but they're really ornate dishes, and we had 2 chefs, and it was closed just for us. And all of us had it was a very intimate, again, really nice, fancy dinner-ish. And each plate had a wine to go with it from a different country. I didn't have any because I don't drink wine. I had about like 4 or 5 Cokes. Now, the spa day was in the Net Hotel, so we all met up downstairs in the spa area. Consisted of, we got mani and pedis, cowshed manicure and pedicures. Also had massages, which I've never had a massage, and I've always been really skeptical about people touching me. Not being naked in front of anyone, stuff like that doesn't bother me. I think just someone like doing stuff to my body, that kind of like, okay. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, whatever. It was called a salt massage. And what they did was they buffed me down with this brush, this rough ass brush, that had this like wooden, you know, handle. It looked like a horse brush, like something you'd brush an animal with. But anyway, I guess it was some type of exfoliating brush to get all the dead skin off, obviously. And then she went in with a scrubbed my body. And at the time, it didn't really feel too good. And then she went in with the oils, did the massage. I fell asleep, drooled on myself. I was drooling. And then when she woke me up, I put my clothes back on. I swear to God, I felt like Barbie, like a new Barbie doll, brand new out of the packaging, fresh, soft as hell. And then one of the Burberry girls, it was so cute. They would like pick us up after each, like, cause it was all time slot. She picked me up from the massage. I had no words. I didn't know what to, like, she said that my face, I was so zoned out, and I believe her, because she's like, do you want some water? And I'm like, yeah, that was good. It was really nice. Now I think that any massage that I have from here on out, if it isn't there, it won't be, there's no comparison. You know, it's like, okay, one of the girls picked me up, it's time to meet Wendy. I'm like, oh, we're all going. And she's like, no, just you. So I was like, holy shit, really? And she goes, yeah, it's just like they had time for us individually. In the instant that she said, let's go upstairs and meet Wendy, I was having fruit, dropped it on this white pajama shirt that I had on. So I had a massive peach stain here. So I get up from the chair and there are these like overhanging, what do you call those, lamps? Banged my head off of that. Luckily it didn't split it open or anything like that. I just tapped it. But I'm like, I'm a mess. It was hilarious. So go upstairs, meet Wendy. Wendy is just such a lively, amazing, awesome person. I have some footage of her talking through what she did on my face.
Warm honey, yeah. With
Yeah, it's mainly that. Yeah, because you've got a little bit of a black undertone in you.
Okay.
So I need to use that a little bit, but it's mainly that one.
Okay.
And then I just used a number 3 and number 4 really concealer.
Okay.
The sheer concealer.
Yeah. And the pressed powder.
Okay.
And then I used the earthy blush, which is more of a contour, like on top.
Okay.
So it just feels like a little bit more.
Okay.
The earthy blush is quite different, isn't it? Because it's like that kind of...
Yeah, you wouldn't know. People don't like it because they think it's weird, but it's actually amazing. And I use that. I've done that on the shows before. And use it just on the eyes and stuff.
Okay.
But it really does contour,
Nice.
chin, nose.
It looks like a contour color.
Yeah.
It's a sort of, some of the contours you see now so intense and like...
Yeah,
right.
and a bit orangey.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's very neutral,
Yeah.
I think. It looks like shadow.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And then on the eyes, you just did the effortless,
Kohl.
blendable, and the contour, the face contour.
Yeah, and then...
a little bit of that.
Yeah, and also I use the contour, the lip contour on your cheeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just pick
that's
it up,
great.
yeah.
I
Because,
have
you
that.
know-
I'm going to try that then.
Yeah, because I just thought I can't bother again.
She put makeup on me, but so down to earth and just chill, and it was such an experience. And it was so funny because I'm like, I didn't want to stick the camera in her face, obviously, but I did ask her permission. I was like, do you mind, you know, me taking video of you? Do you mind being it? And she's like, I don't think I have a choice nowadays. And I'm like, oh, that's right. You do this shit for a living. Why would you mind me sticking the camera in your face? But that was just, I was so, I was nervous inside, but I think I played it really cool in the room. I was like, okay, so, and then when I got out, I could breathe again. But she said something about my top. She was like, oh, that's a gorgeous top. And I'm like, yeah. I said, this peach stain though right here. I'm like, we're gonna ignore that. Let's move forward. But jokes aside, it was just so humbling and just to hear her speak, and she was so passionate about everything from production to the final, product. And then we went to dinner at the Henrietta Hotel. Girls kept saying that they had another gift for us. And I'm like, what the hell could you possibly give me? I mean, I'm appreciative, but there is nothing else that you can give me that would make this trip more memorable than it already is. And then of course we get there, and on the table is this box that's sitting there. So it was funny because I watched every girl's reaction when we opened it, because when I saw it and opened it and looked, I was like, oh my gosh. But inside was this brooch that they used for the runway. So freaking pretty. Here, I'll take it out. But I'm like scared to even wear it. And if I wore this, it would just be this on its own and that's it. I wouldn't wear a lot of other jewelry, and it would probably be on like a lapel or on a shirt or something like that. We got these pins and we had our dinner, which was delicious, and it was our last night of all of us being together, and we went out with a bang. And again, very private, intimate setting. I can insert a clip here because I did take video of the dinner area. It was upstairs and it was just us. The food was delicious. And then I had this beetroot and raspberry sorbet as dessert, and I don't like beetroot, but that thing, I ate all of it. Like, it was delicious. Went back to the room after that, and we said our goodbyes because my flight the next day was at I had to be out of the room at like 6 a.m. or my car was coming to get me at 6 in the morning. Gosh, one that I will never forget. So very, very just humbled that I was chosen to be a part of it. I am giving away a few beauty products from the range along with a copy of my magazine. I have the giveaway down, I'll link it down below, but it's on Instagram. You comment and you are a follower. A huge thank you to Burberry once again for this trip. I will link a vlog down below that my girlfriend Tara did if you want to see a little bit more in depth of like what the hotel looked like and dinner and all that stuff. She did such a great job vlogging. And go subscribe to her too. She's freaking amazing. She does really amazing videos. She's the vlogger. I'm more of the photography and blog posts and writing, and that aspect I'm good at. So not necessarily this was a vlog, but this is what I got. I hope you guys don't mind. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.